Good evening and welcome to Section 17's second Zoomphony concert, which we have titled Son of Zoom. Thank you for tuning into this special live performance. My name is Dr. Chris Gable and I lead the new music ensemble here at UND. We first tried a live Zoom concert last fall and it went so well that we thought we'd do it again. Part of Section 17's mission is to perform new and unusual music in unusual spaces. We have done concerts in the MuSound Lounge upstairs in this building, in the courtyard next to the building, and in the art space, which is the large drawing and painting room on the art side of the building. This concert is being held in room 164 classroom, and it's being held as a Zoom webinar. The webinar format is a bit different than most class lectures because the audience is simply an audience. We ensemble members will be the only ones who can make sound that will be part of the concert. However, you can access the program to the concert by clicking on the link that I forgot to provide in the chat. Let me just do that really quick. I apologize. Sorry about that. If you can click on the Facebook, the way that you got here, the Facebook event, the program is in the discussion section of that Facebook event. So we are all performing in room 164. Our new member, Katie Ellis, is a percussionist and thus is not as mobile as we were last time. So still, the concert features several world premieres, arrangements, and improvisation and electronic works. First up is a canon or a round that I wrote several years ago and found in an old music notebook of mine. Since Section 17 is always made up of an unusual combination of instruments, I thought I looked through an old musical notebook of mine and I found an old idea to see if I could adapt it for this performance. So this performance will start with Michael alone, so you can hear the melody, and then the rest of us will join in. Bela Bartok was one of the great composers of the 20th century and was a huge influence on many who followed him. He was born in Hungary and was interested all his life in the folk music of Central Europe. He was one of the first ethnomusicologists traveling around mountain villages in Transylvania with his phonograph equipment and notebooks, capturing ancient melodies on wax cylinders before they were lost forever. He was also a respected composer of classical music. His string quartets are now essential 20th century works in the canon. Between 1926 and 1939, he wrote a set of 6 pedagogical books of piano etudes for his son Peter and called it Mikrokosmos. Each book gets progressively more difficult, and tonight you will hear arrangements of 3 pieces from books 1 and 4. The first 2 are arrangements by myself, and the last one, called Wrestling, was originally arranged for string quartet by Bartok's apprentice Tibor Surly, and I adapted his arrangement for our ensemble. So we're going to hear 3 pieces from Mikrokosmos. The first one is called Imitation and Inversion, which features myself and Ryan on tuba. And then we will hear Notturno, or Nocturne, with Katie and Michael. And then all of us together will be playing a piece called Wrestling. Three. The next piece is purely electronic and with audio and video by my colleague and dear friend, Dr. Michael Wittgraf. By way of introduction, Dr. Wittgraf says, Salmagundi, which is the name of the piece, Salmagundi is a reworking of previous material used in the Haskell duo's Imperfect Information project. The word Salmagundi means a mixture or a miscellaneous collection. Often the word refers to a mixture of foods in a salad. What we have here is a video salad. All right, thank you, Dr. Wittgraf. Now we're going to try something which is it's an improvisation. As part of every section 17 rehearsal, we do an improvisation. Students of improvisation, and I count myself as one of those, know that it is a skill that needs to be practiced just like learning any new piece. Improvisation in a new music ensemble setting sounds very different than jazz improv. We are borrowing many ideas for group improvisation from author and horn player Jeffrey Agrell, who was a guest speaker at UND several years ago. I highly recommend his 2 volumes of improvisation games for classical musicians, which contain an amazing amount of varied ways to improvise. We are going to try 2 games, one after the other, swirl and groove. You never know what's going to happen. All right, the next piece is another electronic piece, and this is in a more familiar style. Sitting here is a track by a composition student, Ethan Rogers, who uses the moniker online. If you want to look him up, he goes by Lost in Reverie. So I'm just going to take a minute to set this up.
Is it fine? I don't have the answers, but I have to try. I have to try. I have to try. I have to try. My life is invalid otherwise.
Before we get to the final piece of our program, I'd like to thank some important people that made this concert possible. First and foremost, thank you to Michael Farrick on bass, Ryan Block on tuba, Katie Ellis on percussion, our intrepid performers and able collaborators. Huge thanks to Dr. Mike Wittgraf, who is our stagehand and behind the scenes roving microphone and tech guy and all around technical guru. Thanks also to Dr. Lisa Boss Sandberg for social media savvy and moral support. Special thanks to Dina Hegg, our music department secretary, who helped with publicity and logistics. Thanks also go to Parker Combs for making an awesome poster. And finally, to the folks at the Teaching Transformation and Development Academy for granting us the license to present this webinar. The last piece on the program is another world premiere by yours truly. It is an example of aleatoric music, which means in this case that only the pitches are decided in advance. Each set, the piece is called 4 sets. Each set has specific instructions on how to play the notes, but each player is free to interpret them however they want. If all goes well, we should all end up on an A flat major chord. All right, thank you so much for joining us this evening. I apologize for the technical glitches. Please let me hear your comments or any issues that you may have had in attending this performance, either through the chat, as some of you have been doing, or emailing me directly at christopher.gable@und.edu. Our next concert will be in conjunction with UND composers, so I'm not sure what to expect in a good way. The plan is to hold it in person in the big drawing room in the art side of the building. And if you need directions, just let me know. We will follow COVID protocols and we'll have a limited audience. Stay tuned to the UND Music Facebook page for all future events. Thanks again for watching and good night.